guys, welcome back to a brand new Minecraft video. Now, today, there's something I'm gonna be doing, and you read the thumbnail, you read the title, you saw the thumbnail. Yes, we are using the bossbar command. Now, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how it works and then show you some man, I can't talk today. Additional things that you can do. So, let's, I guess, start. So, first, bossbar. Bossbar add. So first you're gonna want to add one. I'm just gonna call it one because why not? Then we can do actually, let's do giant boss. Boss! Dude! I can't type or speak! Okay, so basically what I just did there is I added a boss bar called 1. So the system's gonna refer to it as 1, but its display name, kind of like a scoreboard, is going to be giant boss. So now I'm just going to do, the next one is, let's just do list. And you can see I have that one, giant boss. We can do get 1, I named it 1. And we can just do all of these things, which are going to be in the set thing. So you could detect these. I mean, not particularly useful, but you could probably eventually find a use for that. You could remove it, I guess. You can move it. Then you can boss bar list, and you will see there are no boss bars. Then we can just do boss bar add. We'll call it boss bar :1. Wait, you don't need that also. It's only for the name. Boss bar :1 and then giant boss bar. Giant boss bar. I'm just gonna do boss. Giant boss. Okay. So we can add that back. Then we can we'll just do boss bar set. So basically this can set a lot of different things. Now this is the most useful part after, of course, boss bar add. So the first one we're going to want to do is it's currently visible. So you'll see it will give me an error message. You might be like, okay then, why isn't it displaying? Well, now you can now what you want to do is, boss bar 1, then you do players. What you're doing now is you're displaying boss bar 1 to a specific player. So these kind of work together. You can see giant boss up there. They kind of work together because, what I mean by work together is they're the same thing, basically. But what the difference is you can set the players to however many you like, but visible no matter what. If that's set to none, then it won't activate. So instead of having like players and then detecting when the boss is defeated and stopping whatever was running the like maybe having some sort of redstone machine that runs the have some sort of thing that is making it all visible to all players and just turning that off, instead of having to go through that entire thing and detecting if the boss is still around, what you can actually do is just do bossbar. You can just run, instead of having to have 3 commands and some redstone, you can just do something like execute unless entity addy bracket type equals whatever mob you're using. Let's just say skeleton. Unless there's a skeleton, then you will run bossbar set bossbar 1 visible false. So there are no skeletons currently in my world, so currently it is not visible. Now, so I'm just gonna make it visible again. But so now that we actually got our bossbar, let's start to have fun with it. So we can just do bossbar set, and now what we want to do is, there's 2 different things. I'm just going to get through these first, because they're probably the most important, like, of the set part. There's value and there's max. So let's say the max is 10, okay? So the max is how full the bossbar could be. So now if we do bossbar set its value to 5, you can see it's halfway. But now because it's 10 and that's 5, that's halfway. 5/10 or 1 or 2 or 1/2. But if we now set the max to, let's say, 20, you can see it's only 1/4 now, because 5 times 5 times 5 times, or 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, or 5 times 4 equals 20. So it's 1/4 if it's 20. Now if I do bossbar set, we can do max of 5, you can see it's full because 5 is all it can fit. Then if we do bossbar set value to 10, you can see it just won't display on the thing. It won't, you can't have like an extra long bossbar. That'd be cool though. So we can do, this one's pretty cool. Style, if you do notch 10, it has 10 notches. So let's say there's 10 different things you have to do. Like, let's say, okay, let's just pretend you have multiple buttons. I'm only just gonna create one. But let's say you have multiple buttons you have to press, and that will do something. Again, I'm only gonna create one, and I'm gonna make it so you can press it multiple times. So, hold up. Actually, shoot, I forgot. You can't subtract from the value like a scoreboard. Okay, well, I guess you could create a scoreboard and then subtract from that scoreboard, store it into that if you really wanted to do something like that, where you go around pressing different buttons, because there's no bossbar, like, set, you can't set it to, subtract. You can't subtract the value. You can't do, like, -1. You can't do that. I mean, you can set it to 1, but yeah. And you can see 1 is, like, if there's 10 different notches, 1 is 2 notches for 5 for 10. It's, okay, I just made that sound super confusing, but it's 1/5, And if there's 10, then it's 2 tens. So, yeah, the style is pretty cool. We can do bossbar. This one's probably, like, the most fun to mess around with, red. So, this is kind of like a evil boss battle thing against, I don't know. So, I think that's actually all of the set parts. Oh yeah, you can also change the name to, let's just say, wait, can I actually, no, I can't, okay. Yeah, we can just set it to, let's do, boss. Now it's just boss. Okay? Now, it used to be giant boss, so let's just summon a giant. Okay, now we have a giant. He's just kind of hanging out there. So now what we can do is we can actually use the execute store command. And now I believe I have a tutorial on this. So there's also a bossbar option, which is pretty cool. We can save it into bossbar 1, and we can save it into value. Now we're just going to run data get entity addy type giant limit 1, and then sort what? Oh, nearest. Sort nearest. Okay, so now we can get its health. So we can get its health. Now you can see it's over 5, so it's not going to display. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do data get entity health. Okay, it has 100 health! Okay, it has a max of 100 health. So we're just going to, actually, in fact, we could, let's say you want to have multiple bosses and you can just give them a tag every time they enter your arena of doom. Then you could just do another execute store command. And instead of doing, you could just do bossbar, and then you can store it into its max this time. And you can run data get entity addy type equals giant limit of 1 sort equals nearest max health. Health. And you could run this one, and this will store it into the max. Now if we punch him once, okay, maybe that doesn't work. Is max health? I thought max health was a thing. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, we can just do bossbar set bossbar 1 max to 100. Well, you have to figure out what the thing is actually called. Now you can see I punched him a few times and now it's a sliver down. Now if I give myself I guess I could just do this with the command, but I'm just gonna give myself actually potion of what was it? Oh yeah, potion of instant. Oh! Okay. even see me. Now I'm just going to splash ton on him. And of course it's not gonna affect because I forgot he's not a zombie. He's not a zombie. We'll just get a netherite sword, okay? And we're just gonna netherite sword him. Oh wow, netherite swords actually do a decent amount of damage. I'm just gonna hit his legs. And you can see when we kill him. Now, let's get into something you could do just for an effect that would be really cool. What we can do is we can do the same thing, but we can do execute unless there is a entity which is a giant. Unless there's a giant, of course you could do specific names and stuff. You could do run bossbar set bossbar 1 max. You could set its max to, or sorry, not max. You could set its visible to false. So because there's not one, if we run this command, you'll see that it is false. Now what we can do is we can switch this to true, and we can do if instead of unless. And we can also do bossbar. We can also do this bossbar set bossbar 1 to the players that are in, let's just do a distance of 30 blocks. I think what I would say is good. Then we can just summon a giant. And you can see now, if we get away from him, it disappears. Look at that. And then it reappears after we get nearer. Then we can punch him or hit him with our sword. And why? Why can't you just die? Dude, I'm like lifting it up with my hits. I'm just that strong. Dude, can you just die? For some reason, I guess his hitbox is in his legs. Now, look at that. The boss bar disappears when we kill him. So, that is something cool you can do. And a tutorial of how to use the boss bar. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please, if you enjoyed, leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye!